I be buying the C400 or staying with my C500 Mark II? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. It's been a while. For those who don't know me, my name's Desmond Simon. I'm a Mi'kmaq filmmaker from New Brunswick, Canada. Primarily do a lot of documentary work, and cameras is obviously a big part of my life right now. So I kind of want to talk about whether or not I'm going to buy the C400 or if it's worth the upgrade. I've definitely thought about it a lot, and I am a Canon C500 Mark II owner. I have it right here. It's kind of heavy. Oh. See that bad boy. Kind of have a little bit rigged up right now. We just finished shooting our second block for a documentary series that we've been producing. It's kind of a deep dive into a look into indigenous languages and culture and how they've been kind of dying. And this series is kind of looking into how we can revitalize our indigenous languages and kind of start a new wave of indigenous people, really learning their language and their culture. But it's something that's very important to us. But we had the C500 Mark II rigged up with Viltrox anamorphic here. I'll show you. We had the C500 Mark II rigged up with this bad boy here. Canon, or not the Canon, it's the Viltrox anamorphic. We kind of made the bold decision to shoot anamorphic and with these heavy ass lenses, but I'll make another video about those lenses in the future. But right now I kind of want to talk about whether or not I want to upgrade to the C400. It's one of the bigger reasons that I would want to get the C400 is the low light capabilities. Everything else is kind of the same, which is why I haven't pulled the trigger on it, because it doesn't seem like too big of an upgrade. There were some situations where the low light would have been nice to have, especially shooting on the anamorphics. It's hard to like push them, right? Luckily these Viltroxes are T2, which is pretty fast for an anamorphic lens. But yeah, I just kind of briefly talk about why I would choose to upgrade to the C400. And it's cheaper, but I already own the C500 Mark II, which is a great camera. I'd like to talk a little bit more about the C500 and why I've my experience with it. So like I mentioned earlier, we mostly do a lot of documentary work, so we've done a few, but I've shot with the C500 a lot, and I've gotten really used to it, and I've really learned to love the look, the full frame sensor, the 6K resolution downscale to 4K, 5.9K, whatever. But and the autofocus is pretty good, but to be honest with you, I don't really use it. We shoot a lot on cinema lenses, so I got the Lauer Rangers, the 28 to 75 and the 75 to 180, I think. And then we have the Viltroxes as well. So we're pretty into the cinema lenses at the moment, but I really do enjoy, right now I'm shooting a short film with my brother, and I just throw on one of the Sigma lenses and kind of walk around with them, and it's perfect for that stuff. Just rig it down a bit so it's just a body, battery, and a lens. And I really enjoy shooting with that, and a mic as well. But for doc stuff, it's Canon C500 has been amazing. I find the dynamic range out of the C500 it's amazing. I think it says that it's just one sec here. So the dynamic range out of the C500 is 15 stops, over 15 stops, but obviously that's never really true when the manufacturer says it. So I think Gerald Dunn says it's probably like 13 or 14. I'm not sure, but I usually watch Gerald's videos, and that's where I get. That's who I trust, I guess, with camera gear. But ISO is terrible. ISO range is terrible. Like the low light capabilities are pretty bad. I don't enjoy it. One of the coolest upgrades that it's had, though, that I actually enjoyed was Cinema Raw light. So it's not real raw, but it's it's good enough to shoot stuff. But I also just shoot XF AVC 400 megabits a second codec, so it's like pretty flexible when it comes to color grading. I never really felt like I was missing out with RAW. For doc stuff, it's actually quite amazing. So the codecs I can shoot all day on two 512 gigabyte cards, and I'll probably fill up one card for like a full day of shooting. So I've really been enjoying that because I've shot Blackmagic as well, and it's brutal trying to do like transfers and stuff. So one of the biggest pros for sure is uploading footage to my laptop or something, or onto hard drives when we're doing doc stuff. So I felt like that's a pro for both cameras, honestly. The C400 is a 6K sensor, more frame rates, I believe. I think the frame rates go up to, let me see, I could do up to 60 frames a second at 6K and up to 120 frames a second at 4K, which, to be honest with you, I never shoot more than 60. I feel like if I'm doing doc stuff, I'll shoot like 48 frames to get like a little bit of slow-mo, but not too crazy, you know what I mean? I feel like with people, you don't want to shoot 120 frames. It doesn't really make sense to me anyway. For what I need right now, the biggest thing that the C400 can offer me is the low light capabilities with the triple dynamic range or triple base ISO. I felt like that's almost the only reason, and it's hard to make, it's hard to want to upgrade to that just for the low light capabilities, but I also really want it. I don't know. One of the other things that I've kind of like about the C400 is the RF mount. I think mirrorless mounts are just the future. You know, it's kind of hard right now. I have a Canon mount on the C500, so for those who don't know, I'll make a video about the C500 Mark II in the future. But there's 4 screws. It's pretty easy, honestly. You can switch from EF to PL, which my cinema lenses are both PL, so the Viltrox and the Laowa Rangers. But it feels a bit stronger. But I just like the capabilities of a mirrorless mount to be able to switch back and forth really fast with just a, like a DZO film RF to PL or EF. I feel like that's, and then with the C400, that would open me up to the 24 to 105 2.8, which I feel like is probably the ultimate dock lens. But as of right now, like it's hard to want to fully commit to that. But for the most part, like the C400 wouldn't elevate my life at the moment, unless I'm shooting like night scenes for like 2 weeks straight. Then maybe I'll think about it. But as of right now, I feel like paying another $8,000 for a camera is just not the smart decision to make at the moment. So I feel like we'll probably stick with the C500 Mark II for now, and then we also have C70s that we shoot on for B-cam as well, so I think we're pretty good. But it's definitely something I'm going to keep looking into, and I feel like eventually I might make the jump. So yeah, at the moment I feel like I'm probably just going to stick with the C500. Who knows though, we might get the C400. If you're watching, I'll take one. Just kidding. But let me know if you're thinking about the camera as well, or if you like the C500. If you want to see more C500 videos, let me know, because I'm definitely looking into making some more stuff, because I love this camera. It's a great camera. There are a lot of cons to it as well that I can get into with the C500 video, but yeah, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.